Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast.
If you don't make mistakes, you won't learn.
With your host, Corey Winfield.
You know how fish is bad is you can't put it on pizza.
And special guests, Justin Burke.
I said something about that to our master radio broadcaster, and he said that he didn't hear nothing.
And Mitchell O'Brien.
I think to introduce people, we should tell them a little bit about ourselves.
Got your ass.
It is the 29th of July, 2024. My name's Corey Winfield.
I'm Justin Burke.
I am Mitchell O'Brien.
Mitchell, your microphone's always so low.
I'm right here.
You got a different microphone than the rest of us.
I do.
Well, we have three different microphones.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have the RE20. Justin, you have the Shure SM7B.
Yep.
And Mitch, you got the podcast pod mic.
Rode pod mic.
Yeah. So if you're ever wondering, like, what mics are they using? They sound so good.
All of them.
That's what we do. We're not just sticking with one brand. Mm-hmm. Well, this is my brand, Electro Voice, the RE20. Shure is a good microphone, I guess, for what it is. I think that's good. Joe Rogan uses it, so it must be great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're affordable.
Yeah, they're especially for Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Just saying, like $300-400 for him is like nothing.
I was talking.
You don't check his account 2 days before payday and go, I got $76 in there. That's what I did earlier.
I was talking to a Twitch streamer about microphones, and he straight up said that those two, the Shure and the whatever that one is, the E4000 or whatever,
Something like that. Yeah.
he said those are the benchmarks. Those are like what everybody uses. If you ask like what microphones everybody using, they always bring those two up. And I was like, well, I use pod mics. And he goes, they're solid microphones, and they're getting more popular. And I was like, I like it. Obviously. Yep.
Yeah. They're a good mic, man, and they are solid. And that mic, I don't know if that's the one or the other one, but
I can't tell anymore.
You bought those off the black market.
Yes.
And you got a good deal on them. It was like a bundle deal, if I remember correctly. And one of them all of a sudden just sounded like crap. Mm-hmm. Didn't work. And I kept saying, Mitchell, like, your mic sucks. What is going on? What setting are you using? What are you doing? You're like, nothing, man. I'm like, it doesn't sound right, dude. It just doesn't. Marnie's listening in the car, and we're like, both. And she's like, his mic doesn't sound right. I'm like, I know. I told him it doesn't sound right. And then you had a different one that you swapped it out, and guess what? It sounded perfect. And I was like, okay, something's wrong with that microphone. It was like 3 years out of warranty.
Was it that far? I thought it was a couple months.
No, it was at least 2 years. I might be exaggerating. I like to do that from time to time.
All the time.
From time to time, I do exaggerate. But it was at least 2 years out of warranty, and they were like, yeah, sorry, it's out of warranty. And I was like, I thought you'd stand behind your product, and did this whole thing. They're like, yeah, we told you we would. Like, did you not read the rest of the email? I was like, oh, no, I didn't. Because I like to react. Because I want to fire off because I had this ready to go. And we sent it in. I think you had to pay for it to be shipped off, maybe a couple $100 at UPS, I think you charged.
It was like $21.
Yeah. But they shipped us back a new one. Or you a new one. And yeah, so that worked out pretty good. So yeah, Rode, they do stand behind their products even when they're out of warranty sometimes. So.
Well, like you said, if you were a manufacturer of a microphone, you would want to know what happened.
Yeah.
And so, a good microphone microfacturer.
Whoa.
Manufacturer.
Careful.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin. You're always so good with words for me. Wants to see what's happening in their microphones, and so I think that's one of the reasons they did it. But that definitely made me happy.
Yeah, because it's not like you can't run that over with well, it probably wouldn't work if you took like a Panzer tank or whatever they got from the Germans had. Probably would crush it. But if you had one of them little Tigers that America had, you'd probably run that baby over and be fine.
They're hardy.
Yeah,
I haven't tested it.
Yeah, and it's like if you drop it, it's like okay, it's not doing anything, and it was never dropped. So that was the weird part of it. It stopped working by just sitting.
You made me wonder if you dropped it before I got it.
No, I never dropped that mic.
Because I never have. So
no, and yeah, it was just one of those things, man. So yeah, sure. It's not the mic we're talking about. We're talking about the Rode. they do stand behind their product. Sure, I don't know. Justin, you bought like a knockoff Shure from Japan. Good luck.
Yeah, and it's still a Shure microphone.
That's what it says on it. Which all they did was they probably found some that Shure was sending back, took the little Shure thing off or put little stickers on them, and they're like, all right.
Who knows?
Send it out.
It works.
$400 versus $68, you know?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds all right. And technology with microphones, you know, is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you're starting out doing a podcast, get you a $30 mic if you need it and just hit record, man. Starting out, just do it. But if you got some funds, then get the good stuff because you're going to nickel and dime yourself to death like I did. You know, but that's all I could afford. You know, I moved up to the blue microphones. The Blue Yeti had those at first. Well, not at first. Those were like, whew, now we're going somewhere. Give me a $99 microphone. Big time in it. And now just things work out different. But yeah, just do them though. If you're starting a podcast, just do them. Right. So anyway, we're not going to do mic talk. That was not on our run sheet today, but that's what happens when Winfield shows up.
Do we even have a run sheet?
Yes, I told you it.
Of course we do.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Payday, and we're going to open the letter.
Okay.
Which order do you guys want us to go in here?
Getting paid.
Yeah, let's do Payday.
Let's talk about Payday. All right. I kind of hinted to the $76 in my account, but you remember, like back in the day, we used to be so good at this, you know, and this is all addicts across the board. Like we know exactly how much we have in our bank account.
Yep.
To the penny.
How much we don't have.
Yeah, because we need it. You know, okay, when's payday? Our payday's Wednesday. Okay, so we got 2 days. So we're going to ration it out. Like, how can I get my, because alcohol is the number one thing for me. Back in the day, that's what I needed. I needed my alcohol. I needed my half gallon. Could maybe get away with a fifth, but I wouldn't want to even mess around with a pint. So I would either not eat for the night. I would take back CDs or DVDs to sell them. Look around for more change, just hoping I'd find some. Try to sell something to a coworker. Hey guys, what's up?
Now we know
that's where I get that from. But no, seriously, like I would find a way to make sure that I had enough for those 2 days. And an option was not to not drink. That was not an option. Like I would lose my mind if I didn't drink. If I didn't have some alcohol like that, it didn't pop in my head. Well, maybe you shouldn't drink tonight. Nope, that wasn't an option. And the way we live now, you know, we were kind of joking about how much I had in my bank account, but it was one of those things where I didn't know. I really didn't. You know, at first I thought I had like $100. I thought I was rich. I'm like, yeah, I got $100 in there, and I was like, oh no, because I bought one of them things the other day, and I was like, no, so it's probably under 100. But to not know, I mean, that's a good feeling. It really is, and to not have to think, oh my God, how am I going to live tonight without my alcohol? Oh my God, you know, there's so many things that go into it. But someone who's early on, man, it's a struggle.
Yeah,
you know, to get payday, to get to payday sometimes.
I still live that way sometimes. When I start buying, this goes back into the talk we were just having.
Oh, about microphones.
Start buying microphones and podcasting stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll get to 3-4 days before payday. I'll be like
damn,
counting them pennies.
Yeah.
But it's not for alcohol anymore. It's for investments into my life, you know?
Yeah.
So it feels better.
Yeah, at least you can look around. But you're not going to die tonight either. You're not, well, I don't know that you're not going to, I hope you don't die tonight.
Thank you.
But you're not like fiending like, oh my God, there's something that I got to go out and get. You know, like I have to have this to live. You know, you're not going through that. You're just like, oh, I just spent all my money and I'm broke and it sucks. But, you know, you still have food. You still have gas to get to work, I hope.
We're pushing it.
Yeah. Come Wednesday. Yeah, boss man, I ain't got gas when I come to work.
Yeah.
I got a gas station right around from my house. I just worried about Tuesday.
Yeah. Well,
can you sell me some money real quick?
You got 3 more trips. Just got 3 more trips. Home today, home back tomorrow, and back home. That's it, man.
Right. It was about right there.
But I got my microphones and my cords and my boards and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Keeps me busy.
Work from home. No, but that's the difference, in being in recovery and being where we're at today is we don't have to go through that anymore. And that's why some people don't understand that aspect of it, but it shouldn't surprise a lot of people because that's the number one thing on our brain, so because some people like, oh, you don't have any money because you're drinking it. Yep. Sure am. You caught me. A lot of times running and trying to hide it. Like, nope, not trying to hide it.
And that's another part that people in early recovery struggle with too after getting a job, because you realize how much money you spent on your drug of choice. Because when you get paid, you're like, well, I paid all my bills and I have all this money left over. Like, what do I do with myself? Because one, we're not trying to chase a bag. We're not chasing a bottle to empty no more. Like, we don't have those worries no more. And people in early recovery get caught in that trap. Well, I just have an overabundance of money and I thought I deserved it.
Yeah.
And it happens.
Yeah. First time it happened to me where I was like, whoa, I got some monies, was when I was running the sober living home with Ryan, and I needed to buy new tires for my vehicle, and I had enough in there to buy all 4 new tires. I took advantage of like a Thanksgiving Day sale, but still it was like, like, look at me.
All right.
Yeah.
I remember my second paycheck I ever got. I think I donated some money to 217 because I was like, well, what else am I going to do with it?
Mitch used to do that.
So you guys told me to stop.
Never told you to stop.
No. You and Marty sat in here went, you're working here now. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I didn't like my church at the time and I was trying to tithe. So I was like, I'm going to give my money to Jesus's work. I see this Winfield guy over here doing Jesus's work. Let's give it to him.
Yeah.
And you guys like, we don't want your monies.
Yeah, we don't.
Well, my thing was I was
Trying to
just
pay you,
thankful
man.
that I even got a ride to sober living after treatment because I didn't have anybody.
You did not.
No, I didn't. You know that. And you were just like, well, I'll get you there. It doesn't matter. I'll still take you, Justin, because you seen my progress from entering into treatment just fresh out of jail to wanting to still hang out with all the hoodlums and stuff to actually waking up. I'd say probably around week 5, week 6 is when it really happened. When I was like, well, no, I really need to do this for myself and take accountability for my own actions.
Cricket. Obviously. No, that was great, Justin. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. But he didn't have anybody.
No.
And we gave him a ride. And now, like, the way it works, somebody in your situation, like if you go through there today, I think if you'd call us for a ride, we'd be like, what would we tell you, Justin?
Sure.
Oh, okay. We'd tell you, sure. Yeah. Who you funded through again?
Anna Murray.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got you.
You're right.
Yeah, big shout out to NMRE. They help us with that and providing the transportation for people to and from treatment. They have no other way to get there, no other way to get home, no other way to get to sober living. We do that.
It's detrimental.
Yeah. Nobody else in the state be doing that.
No.
And as a recovery community organization, we do that. Mm-hmm. Is it fun? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it scary?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That makes it fun.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
No, you
it's like a
don't.
Cracker Jack box.
It's like a crapshoot, you know?
But it
really
also
is.
it keeps me humble too because I was one of those people. I mean, I am one of those people, but I was acting that way before, and so it just reminds me like what I have now, what I have to lose, you know. And so I enjoy it for that, but not even that. I mean, that's the selfish part of it. You get to actually help these people, use your lived experience. That's what being a peer recovery coach is all about, and you know, it's good every time. Even if it's bad, it's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It really is. Sometimes some jails smell different. And those aren't always the best, but
No.
you can't blame them. They were in jail for 60
Well,
days.
I don't think it's so much them as a person, where it's probably their clothes that they wore in there 6 months ago that stink.
I wonder if the jail puts them in like just a stinky locker on purpose.
Well, all your stuff just gets put in a bag and gets hung up in a closet pretty
Does it?
much. Yeah.
Does it? Or
Some
do they
jails.
Everybody else's.
they have like a fart box, they just keep farting in it? So everybody's clothes in there. And then
Probably. Some counties use totes.
Obviously.
obviously some of them do.
So we had a situation happen. You had a situation happen.
Yeah.
It's been at least a week now, right?
Oh, it's been like 2 weeks.
Has
Yeah.
it?
'Cause you took vacation last week.
like
You were
a
MIA.
partial vacation.
There's no partial vacation about it.
Well, it was only partial week.
So what had happened was, and now we're getting into the letter. So
Yeah.
what had happened was, I went to see our friend. I think I had to do a ride actually.
Yep,
I had to
you did a ride.
Take somebody from jail to courthouse, and then sober living.
Yep.
And on the
No,
way-
from treatment to
oh
courthouse
yeah.
to sober living.
Yep, there you go. Thanks, Justin. Kind of can't leave out the details.
Yeah.
It's important to the story. So then, on the way back, our friends in Petoskey, Community Recovery Alliance, they're got a new space and stuff. And I was like, I want to see it. And they're a recovery community organization like we are. So I was like, I want to see it. So Caitlin was like, sure, come on by. Here's the address. I'm like, cool. Well, I roll up in there. There's no parking. And I'm in Petoskey. I used to have a little drawer in my Ford Fusion, and I kept changing there, and I called that my Petoskey money, because you cannot drive anywhere in Petoskey. Well, you can drive anywhere, but you're trying to park anywhere. At Meyer, I'm surprised they don't have. And they're like, oh, shit, we didn't think about that. Hopefully they're not listening, because they will then put in the little meters where you got to feed the meter to park. And I'm not trying to do none of that, because I don't even have my change thing. So what am I supposed to do? So I roll up in there, and I'm like, Caitlin, where are you at? She's late. So I just park. And there wasn't really a parking spot there. There was no lines, because there were other ones behind this business saying, don't park here, we'll tow you, blah, blah, blah. This for this business only. Okay, whatever. And so I just parked next to this other guy, and there was no lines there, but you could still go around. So I thought that was a good spot. Free parking is what I like. So we're talking. And then the meter lady comes by, and she starts writing people tickets. And I'm like, psh, suckers. And then Caitlin's like, oh, hold on. I'm going to try to put some change in it. It's like, man, I don't miss this life. And then we're talking, and she's like, oh, wait, is that your car? I was like, yeah, it's over there. Why? She's like, oh. And I look over, and there's this lady like walking away from it. And I watched her walk up the block, and I didn't know what was going on. Well, I get in my car to leave, and I see this note on it. And I was in a pretty good mood, so I didn't feel like reading it. So I was like, whatever it says is probably bad. And I figured I will take it to work. And it was funny because it was raining on the way back. I was going through like these rain clouds, which was really creepy. And I would not use my windshield wipers because it would have like
You just
thrown it
left
off.
it on your
gone.
So I-
wiper the
Yep,
entire
left
time.
it on my wiper the entire time. And I was like, guys, I want to like open this, and we can like read it on the podcast.
So I sealed it.
He stapled it. He put it in this manila envelope.
Yep. And stapled it shut, and we're going to open it. Should we do, let's guess what it says?
Yeah.
You're an a-hole?
Is that your official guess?
Yeah.
You think it says just you're an a-hole, or are we
Something
doing
along
like
those lines.
okay, something along those lines?
I'm your daughter with a phone number.
How it says that. I think it's going to say something very passive aggressive, like, "Hope you enjoyed your parking spot. I had to walk 2 blocks. Thanks, a-hole."
You want me to open it? And then
Yeah,
I'll
but
hand it to
I'm
you?
thinking it's passive aggressive a little bit.
You think
But I want you to read it,
passive-aggressive?
Justin. And I want you to read it in a female voice. Oh, he's opening it now. You got your female voice ready?
No.
Sometimes Justin doesn't play along very well.
No, but he has to. All right, do your Math McConaughey then.
Parking spots. Man, this
What was that?
was sticky.
Like clown music.
It's like a
Pull this apart.
Teenager Sports Illustrated.
Right? That's what it feels.
No.
Please do not park in these reserved parking spots.
That's it.
That's it.
What,
There's no-
read it again.
Please do not park in these reserved parking spots.
There's no asshole at the end of it.
No asshole.
No ass.
Well, technically, it was not reserved. There was no sign. There was no sign. There was nothing in front of it to hang anything saying this is reserved. There was no spot even. There was no paint.
And
Well,
it looks like she doesn't even know the sharp side of the pencil very well. Because some spots are written very dark and some spots are written where you can barely read it.
Well, it did survive an entire rainstorm on a windshield wiper on the way back.
Yeah, it did.
Well, then it would be equally distributed.
Can we put that in the shadow box? Put it on the wall?
Yes.
And the next time we get a better one, it gets replaced. Every time we get a better one, more passive aggressive, we replace it.
That was a pretty neat note.
Yeah.
I should have just took it. No, yeah. but it wasn't reserved though. It didn't. There was
Right.
nothing saying this is reserved. It just kind of looked like I shouldn't be parking there because I blocked somebody in.
So, like, this is what I have for it. Where did people
Are we
park?
gonna mute Justin?
Where did people park before parking spots existed?
On the side of the road?
Right where you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one day somebody was like, let's make places for cars to park. And I'm sure it was just like a suggestion at first. And then it became a thing.
Well, at first it was horses and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they had parking spots. They have like poles that you had to tie your horses to.
Yeah, your car just gets stuck in a hole, and you're like, well, that's where we're gonna go into the store now. Get our little nickel candy or whatever people used to shop for. So when it's something like overseas, like if you go to like France or something, they don't have Meijer. They have a fish market. They have like a meat market. They have like a milk market or something, liquid market or something.
They don't have like Walmarts.
No, so like you have to go to like your little market. Like they all have their little niche, like which kind of be a pain in the ass. You're like, well, hold on. You want pancakes? Oh, shit. We got to go get the flour from the flour people. We got to get the eggs. How bad do we want vanilla? We got to go to the liquid store. I don't know how they do it. Like, I remember they just have a baking shop. Maybe that would sell eggs too, because God forbid you got to go all the way down to the egg shop.
You got to go to the farmer.
Yeah.
And get some
Selling their milk
fish.
and eggs and stuff.
Everybody has their own chickens, dumbass. That's
kind?
what someone's saying.
What kind of pancakes have fish?
I'm just saying, but like,
Winfield pancake.
no, you can't put fish in pancakes. Another reason why fish sucks.
Because we had that anchovy talk. I think that's where we got. Is that the same talk we got Chinese pizza from?
I think so. No, we got Jenny. Well,
Chinese pancakes have fish in it.
yeah. What if? I mean, you can make it like a pizza pancake. I think. I think that would taste delicious
I saw ramen crust
I don't think so.
pizza the other day.
in prison.
No,
They make those.
It was a Facebook reel. It was a nice looking kitchen, and this guy made a pizza crust out of ramen noodles, and it actually looked good. No, I don't know if I'd try it, but it looked.
He's
good.
an ex-con.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Those videos lie to you. People act like they're making good stuff. That's a horrible idea.
Definitely an ex-con.
Yeah,
If you make anything out of ramen noodles, you're an ex-con.
except ramen noodles. If you just like heat them up, and
Right.
put
But-
a little packet in there, then you're fine.
I have some ramen noodles here, and then your wife took the microwave.
Yeah. All of
took
our
the
appliances
microwave?
break, man. I don't know. It's Satan trying to get
You
at
ever
me.
noticed we don't have a microwave?
No.
No, she deboed that thing. It was like it's a bike.
She needs to heat up her coffee in the morning, bro.
Don't you have
need
the
to do my
Keurig at
oatmeal.
home?
Yeah, you gotta heat it up. It doesn't get hot enough for her because then she puts
What?
her half gallon of creamer in it, and it really brings the temperature down. So then she gotta heat it up again. That baby hot. If he's not messing with no cold ass coffee, she's not one of those.
No, I didn't notice our microwave. I don't use it.
It's been gone for over a week, dude.
Yeah,
I don't use it.
Yeah, because our microwave, everything broke in our house. Like, I'm glad I got or in front of the washer and dryer before those started to crap out too. And I said, let's get new ones of those. And then dishwasher, oven stopped working.
Yep.
So we had the new oven installed. That day, the microwave quits.
Well, you could always do your oatmeal on the stove.
And then there are AC units out now. And like, this is the hottest week in Michigan so far. It's like, thanks. It's Saint, man. He's trying to mess with me, but it's not going to happen.
Nope.
Right.
Can't do it.
Just keep replacing all your appliances until you get rid of the cursed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've all been replaced.
Water heaters next. We got to get one. That's the only thing left in the house that we didn't replace.
If you look at it, there should be a spot on there. If it was professionally installed, it would say like installed on. Mm-hmm. Give you a day.
7/22, which is crazy because that's around this time. 2020.
Oh, so your hot water heater is good.
It's only 24 years old.
A 2020? Is what you just said? So 4 years.
Oh, sorry, my bad. 2000.
Oh, 2000. Oh.
My bad, math, numbers and dates. You know me and dates. They don't be working February.
Yeah, February 22nd.
February 22nd.
I think I'm going to need a new oven stovetop soon. Mine's trying to kill me.
Okay, well, you can buy our old one, which is a new one.
Didn't work?
No, our new one works just fine. But you can have this one. We'll get a new one.
Oh.
I'm a big fan. We got the double stove thing. I'm not a big fan.
The double
stove?
oven?
Yeah, we got one that's like you just put like some pizza in or something, or casserole or some chicken. It has one that's like this big,
Yeah.
and then one that's on the bottom that's bigger. And by this big, I'm doing like about 8, 9, 10 inches, something like that.
How would you cook a turkey in your oven then?
And the bottom one, Justin.
Yeah. Bottom one's like normal size, and then there's a smaller. It's almost like it's probably bigger, but toaster oven size. Then do you have the stovetop?
Yeah.
Is it? You guys have gas though, right?
But we bought an electric.
Oh yeah, because
we
we've
have
only
both
ever had
hookups.
electric.
Yeah,
So-
Marnie likes that part of it. And then the other bottom one goes to the flow. How low can you go? It goes all the way to the flow. So there's not like a place to put your
So
pans.
there's no
which really
broiler no
sucks.
more.
Yeah, we have a broiler.
But not at the bottom of the oven. Like old school ovens would have the little drawer you pull out where you could put things, or
Yeah, you
Have
just
a
saying it
broiler?
doesn't have that.
Yeah, pans and stuff. It has a broiler. Broiler's on the top. Like, have you ever used a broiler?
yeah.
Just
Once.
turned the broiler on and thought the pots and pans were going to melt.
Well, those are
So confused right now.
those were actually saw this thing about them. Those drawers that we put pots and pans for, those are warming drawers. Like if you make like casserole or mashed potatoes, like Thanksgiving dinner, and your turkey, I almost said chicken, turkey's not done, then you put your stuff that is done down in that, and it keeps it warm. But people just put their pots and pans in there.
Well, I think that wouldn't even be nice because like mice and stuff would get in there, and like mice are just like hanging out because you're cooking a turkey, and they're like, it smells good.
Well,
and
people-
biscuits is coming.
People don't realize that the oven industry was made by mice, and so they made that, and it's like how they provide for their families, and it's all backside conspiracy stuff.
Is it in the Bible?
It's
Gotta
right
be.
after the foreskin thing.
Yeah. Marnie was like, and that was on Recovery Dad's podcast. Marnie was like, yeah, everybody's going to hate you. I was like, why? Because I tell the truth. You get that real talk. It's like, well, you just said that all the stuff they believe in is fake. I said, well, no, I said it was made up. And I said, it could have happened somewhere similar along the line. And then I gave my theory on how it really happened. And they're good theories. Out there a little, sure. Maybe. I don't know. Some of that stuff's out there, but anyway. I'm glad the letter wasn't too bad.
No.
It could have been a lot worse. None of us were even close to what it said, so.
We should have like bleeped part of it. That would have been funny.
Nah. He was having a hard time reading it because the chicken scratch there that the lady wrote on there, so I wasn't going
You
to.
want to see it, Mitch?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't get to look at it. so-
Crusty. So
I'm surprised he didn't just start reading it like, oh, baby, I love your little black shirt you're wearing today. Here's my number, only in town for 2 more days.
I thought about it.
I'm actually surprised that you read this properly. Not because of you, because this looks like it says, please do not park in these severed
Dilapidated.
Pakong spots. So, yeah.
You see what I mean
Good
by
on
she
you.
couldn't figure out what side of the pencil to use, the sharp side or the dull side?
Yeah. Well, she was feeling like she was doing some like
Civil duty?
societal, societal warrior duty, and that's all she had.
You know, we should get a frame that says Karen's advice. We should put that there.
I think that was a good letter.
Because that lady was for surely being a Karen.
I don't.
Because you said there was no signs there.
There
where
was
you
not.
parked.
There was not a sign.
So this person's definitely being a Karen.
My favorite thing about those will tow signs, like will tow you if you park here and you're not supposed to, is it takes time for a tow truck to get there.
Yeah.
So every time I did this when I was door dashing, I would just use those spots because I was usually in and out in 2 or 3 minutes, 5 to 10 at the most. And if somebody calls the tow truck on me, I'm going to be gone before they get there. Yeah. Really. And I never had anybody yell at me, but I did have another driver picking something up. And this guy came up and was like, whose car is this? And he's like, raises his hand. He's like, I'm calling the tow truck. And he's like, I'm going to be gone in 2 minutes, dude. Like, did not care.
Like nobody's parking here right now. So that's the big deal.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like,
Now if they're like, I'm going to call the police. I'm like, well, I'm out.
it's going to take them time to get
Tow
there.
truck. What are they going to do?
Half hour for the tow truck to get there.
Right.
They can just tow your shit.
Have you ever broken down on the side of the road? It takes 45 minutes in the middle of summer in Traverse City. 45
Can
minutes
you
to an hour.
pinpoint the
An hour.
location for me?
It takes an hour if you break down alongside the highway.
And they're like, well, we have a partnership with so-and-so. It's like, yeah. But they're out making money.
Yeah, my car actually broke down in Buckley, and they sent a tow truck from Beulah or Benzie,
Which
somewhere over
blows
there,
my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to Buckley. I'm like, are you serious? Like, why couldn't they send one from Traverse City? 20 minutes away.
It would have been closer.
Yeah, they sent it all the way from the lake shore.
Damn.
It was ridiculous. I
What
sat
if the
there for
mics
like an
are
hour and 45 minutes.
picking up that thunder?
Well, you were just talking about Jesus' book awful critically, and now it's thunderstorming. Thanks a lot.
It's been storming for the past 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's start talking about Satan.
Yeah.
It goes away.
God was very upset with you. It's like, I'll teach you.
Oh, God knows. He's a big fan of mine. Goes both ways.
That
I'm a big fan of
envisions
his
to
too.
get struck by lightning.
But we're going to wrap this up. We're done talking about recovery stuff. But yeah, that paycheck stuff, though, that was a real thing. And, you know, if someone's struggling right now, it doesn't have to be that way. And when you start out, you're not going to be rich. It's not all going to hit you at once. And if it does, well, good for you. But it takes time. It's a process. And just trust it. Trust the process.
Yep.
And we're 3 guys telling you that it does work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you do need help, want some recovery coaching, reach out to us. Imagine that. Reaching out to us for some help.
It's
Right.
free.
It's free. Might as well. 217recovery.com. At the very top, recovery coaching services. Check that out. And we look forward to your email. Till next time, take care.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Listen to over 900 episodes on the 217 Recovery app that's free in your app store or online at 217recovery.com.